Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Traveling the World, Germany in this case, using Google Maps Street View imagery. Today, it is another video that I make because there is an important event. It is the Europe Championships in football. Is it called like this? European Championships? Well, it's the Football European Championships 2024 in Germany. And we're gonna look at all the 10 different stadiums. And yeah, I'm also gonna rate all the stadiums based on a pretty random, based on pretty random variables that I just come up with when I will edit this video. But I think it should include how it looks. It should include the name of it. It should include how the area where it is looks like. Yeah, and maybe that's it. Yeah, 2024, the EM will be in Germany, 10 stadiums in the sort of biggest German cities. We will remember that in 2006 there was the World Cup also in Germany, and many of the stadiums that have been used there will still be part of the Europe Cup this year. I really forgot how to talk into a camera. Do you remember the slogan for the World Cup? Well, in English it was a time to make friends, but in German it was Die Welt zu Gast bei Freunden, which means the world as guests at friends. The world guesting at friends, something like this. And this year's logo will be United by Football, something like durch Fußball im Herzen vereint, something like this. Pretty damn terrible. Maybe what's not so terrible is the logo, the colors, the font chosen, because it looks very much Bauhaus, which I like. Yeah, so basically, here on this website, kicker.de, there from 2021 already, which I believe is when it was kind of decided that the World Cup, the Europe Cup will be here, or perhaps a little bit later than that. But when it was the first time big in the news, I suppose, this website has posted the 10 cities with their main attractions, sightseeing places in the design of the actual World Cup logo. How the World Cup logo looks like, you will see in a second. And yeah, I think we just go through this one by one, and then I'm gonna look at the map at the stadium. Not too long, 2-3 minutes each. And I will call it a video in the end, so let's do that. So these are just some examples here. This is the Europe Cup logo. And this is Berlin. This is, of course, the famous Brandenburger Gate in Berlin. And yeah, so I say let's start with Berlin. I'm not sure where all of the stadiums are in the respective cities. For example, I'm not too sure in Berlin, but I think I could find it if I wanted to. I mean, here's the thing that is on the logo. You can do this 3D trip, but the stadium I'm actually not so sure. Now I know that I could type it in, but I will not do that. I believe it is in what was East Berlin. And it should not be too far out of the center. And I mean, a stadium is a big thing. Would it not be here somewhere? Or, no, East Berlin. It's probably in West Berlin. Yeah. Ah, here. Here we have it. Olympic Stadium, Berlin. Pretty cool, pretty old, pretty big, pretty nice architecture. I have the kind of slight feeling that this will be the winner, hence I also chose it for the thumbnail. Spoiler alert. But yeah, let's have a look at this absolute beauty. I mean, from the 20s or 30s, I think it is, but pretty damn cool. Now, can we go around here? Yes, we can. Let's just have a little look around. These are, by the way, the Berlin Bears. Pretty cool, pretty good branding, I guess, for the city. But yeah, let's have a look at the side, because I want to see at least this iconic, well, then we can just go to the other side, this iconic look through the stadium, which is here. Isn't that just so nice? I mean, so nice. This is just so nice. If you ask me, your obligatory school class visiting it, and just absolutely beautiful. I believe it is also the biggest stadium. I don't know the numbers now. Well, you can look it up yourself. And yeah, I mean, it's a whole sort of area. So I would say I would give this, well, for the how it looks, it has to be a 10 out of 10. For the name of it, Olympic Stadium, yeah, it's a 10 out of 10. And what was the third criteria I came up with? The name, how it looks, how many people it fits, maybe? It fits also a lot of people, so it should also be a 10 out of 10. Yeah, so let's give it 30 out of 30. I'm really satisfied with it. I'm sure it is one of the stadiums that is more well known to people. Yeah, pretty slick, pretty neat. Let's move on to the next city. Cologne or Köln. So this is the Cologne Dome. That I could also show you. It is located here. Also available in super high resolution 3D view. But I believe it's called Rhein Energie Stadium. It's not here. Where is it? Tell you what, this can be much harder than I thought it would be. Where does Erster FC Köln play football? I kind of thought finding a stadium would be much easier than it actually is. I don't think it would be too far out. Ah, thank God. So here is actually pretty far out, but on a main road, so I guess it's easily accessible. Let's go there and have a look at that. Well, it's not this brick building here, don't get confused. I think we have to go here. Wow, what an atmosphere. Yeah, well, okay, for the atmosphere, gets an extra point if you ask me. But otherwise, I mean, this is pretty cool, looks nice. Many stadiums have this though. So I don't really know how much points I should give for it. This is certainly nowhere near as big as the Olympic Stadium. I don't know, if I had to guess, I would say 50,000 people fit in here. Glass and concrete. Yeah, I would say I give for how it looks. Yeah, I'm a positive person. 7 out of 10. And for where it is, yeah, I don't know, a 6 out of 10 maybe. And for how many people it fits, yeah, I mean, fair enough. It's still kind of big, I guess. Let's say a 7 out of 10. So 7, 7, and 6, 14, 20 from 30. Are you satisfied with how much you've seen? Should I go inside for 1 second? Would this make anyone happier? Yeah, concerts also happen in here. And this guy is just blurred. Probably wrote an email to Google, hey, I'm on this Google Street View imagery in the Rhein Energie Stadium. Could you blur me? They're like, yeah, okay. Good. This is Cologne. It says it here. 46,000 and the previous one 70,000. I would have guessed 80,000. I was a bit optimistic there. So it gets 1 point less. 29 from 30. I will actually write this down because otherwise I will just forget it or not find the exact exact place in the video. So go and get 20. Let's move on to the next one. Dortmund. This is the Dortmunder U, which alongside many other different things, I believe is an art space, a museum of some kind. I don't know if I can show you that Dortmunder U. I have here. Well, it's a center for art and creativity, cultural center with exhibits and events. So that's pretty cool that they use this as their sort of like, what's worth seeing in Dortmund. Pretty cool. It has this characteristic U here. You can see it. That's pretty nice. And the stadium is also a strong contender. Here it is. Signal Iduna Park, home of Borussia Dortmund, is a very big stadium. 61,000. And it looks pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, I know this one quite well. I haven't been there, but I have looked at it many times on the map. It has these very characteristic yellow steel structure beams, which are pretty cool. So I would give this I kind of really like this, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but maybe if you see it from underneath, would you then agree? If you see it from here, I mean, I really like this yellow thing. I would give it an 8. I would give it an 8 out of 10. Where is it on the map? Okay, it's not bad. I would give it a 7 out of 10. And how many people it fits? It also an 8, I would say. So 8 and 8 and 16 plus 7 is 23. I feel like it's 23 is not so. It should be 24, I think. 23 is not enough because there's only debris and can only go worse from here. So let's give it 24 from 30 and see if I like this in the end. Next one up is Arena Düsseldorf. 46,000. Kind of like Cologne, also similar to Cologne, probably if you are not German, you're not so much aware that people from Cologne and people from Düsseldorf always make a little bit of fun of one another, who has the best carnival, who has the most, who is the nicer city, all these kind of things. And I really have no opinion on that. Probably Cologne is much nicer. So I'm kind of neutral. But yeah, let's find the Düsseldorf Stadium. Oh, by the way, what's on? This is the Düsseldorf TV tower. This is a bridge, and this is some kind of other. Why do they get to have 3? That is strange. Düsseldorf. Did you pay some extra money there? Alright, the stadium in Düsseldorf, home of, yeah, probably Fortuna Düsseldorf. But where would Fortuna Düsseldorf play? Where would they play? In some industrial area? No. Where does Fortuna Düsseldorf play? You all watching from home, it's probably a little bit easier for you to spot something. For me, it is not so. Would it be? No, it wouldn't be across the river. That would be insane. Like as I'm hovering over the map, over this quite blurry map, for you, you have probably spotted already, or you know. That could be. Yes, this the airport, which I believe is also quite big. But where is the stadium? No, it is not so big. I mean, one of the reasons we found the stadiums in Berlin and Dortmund so easy was because they have also this huge area around them. I really don't expect this to be the case here in Düsseldorf. I mean, there are some stadiums here, but none of them is like the Düsseldorf Arena. Maybe I'm also just thinking that it is bigger than it actually is. Where is the Düsseldorf Arena? Well, I'm also very unfamiliar with the map of Düsseldorf. I kind of feel as if though it should show up. Yeah. Is it this one? And if it is, I guess it would be. Well, alright, let's see how I feel about this. Esprit Arena. Is this really the right place? I mean, maybe it is. I mean, so far... Yeah, well, it is a big football stadium. It must be here. I mean, it's kind of nice from inside. I get immediately some atmosphere, admittedly. But we are judging from the outside for now. This kind of facade is... I can't say that I like it, but it is something. As probably most things in Düsseldorf, it looks just so clean. I don't know how I feel about this. So I would say for where it is, it gets a 5 out of 10. For how it looks, yeah, okay, let's give it a 7. So that's 12. And for how many people it fits, yeah, I don't know. What did I give Cologne? Well, anyway, I will give it a 7. So 7, 7, 6, 14, 20. Same like Cologne. I think that's fair, because I want to be neutral. 20 from 30. 1 second, I have to change the batteries of my recorder, because otherwise I'm looking there constantly and it kind of freaks me out. Hold on a second. All right. Next one. Next one up is advertising. Gelsenkirchen. All right, Gelsenkirchen. This is Schalke 04. Schalke 04. 49,000, so it is a bit bigger. I believe this is also quite a nice stadium. Can I find it though? Oh yeah, I can. Well, look at this. This can be covered. Oh yeah, okay. This is proper North Rhine-Westphalen here. Pretty big stadium. I feel like it's not very old either, which is not necessarily a plus or a minus. Just happens to be so. This is kind of nice that it has this entrance here. Usually stadiums don't have that. I cannot say it looks particularly beautiful from outside, but from all I know inside, it should be quite nice. Yeah, with the fact that you can cover it. There's a Rammstein concert here, by the way. All these Rammstein fans. Oh, I cannot show them. Because this is all not blurred. But okay. Also has its own little area, a little bit out of the city. Well, out of the city quite a lot. It should get a 6. 6 out of... I mean, it's on the... Well, if Cologne gets a 6, then this should also be a 6. For how it looks, I give it an 8. And for how many people it fits, I give it a 7. So this is a 21. And I think that's very fair. And I think you Gelsenkirchen fans... I don't know why I pronounce it with a British dialect. I could actually say Gelsenkirchen. 21 from 30 and 5 to go. Volksparkstadion Hamburg. Ah, by the way, we have not looked at what Gelsenkirchen is showing here. And maybe we should not have looked. This is the Philharmonia. Pretty cool building. I can show you this at the map. Now, Hamburg is a big place, and I'm not sure where the stadium is, so it might be a little bit tricky. So let's start with the Philharmonia here. Absolutely stunning building, I have to say, even though it took so much longer to build it and cost so much more money. It is like nothing else I've ever seen. Oh, lucky me, I found it. It's also nice in the park. I guess that's why it's called Volkspark Stadium. So let's look at that. Okay. Looks a bit like rough and... rough and simple. How big is it? 50,000, yeah, okay. It's kind of nice that it's a bit round and not these 4 edges. I kind of like that. Let's have a look inside. It's funny that we can just hop inside in all of them so far. Yeah, I really like this roof here. I mean, it's nice, yeah? Colors are nice. This cream white, cream color, champagne color. Yeah, so I give it... Yeah, let's give it an 8 for how it looks. Where is it? Yeah, it's a bit far away from the center, so for the fans it will be hard, but it's in a nice location, so let's give it a 7. That's 15, and how many people it fits? Nah, yeah, 50,000. It should get a 7 at least, so 22. I think that's fair. It's a... I kind of feel like it should be the same with Gelsenkirchen, but we can see in our final ranking. It's the foot of a famous German football player that is here in bronze or whatever as a statue. Munich. This is, I guess, some Munich dome of some kind. And the Munich stadium, I do know very well where it is. It is here, but the dome thing is... I think it's this one, this Frauenkirche, Gothic church, Frauenkirche, like, I don't know, women's church. Maybe it has nothing to do with women. I really don't know. But here's the Allianz Arena, which, you know, has this complete mad path here. Is a whole plot of land that has been built for it, and you see it very well when you pass by on the motorway. The only question I really have, like in terms of size with 66,000 people, in terms of how it looks, I know it's not for everyone. Some people would have preferred something more classy. Leberkäse and Getränke. But and as much as I'm not particularly a Bayern Munich fan, I remember when I was a little boy on my father's car in the passenger seat, and I saw this by driving by. I was quite overwhelmed because it's absolutely big and it's really something new, you know. Back then when it was built, I don't know, some 20 years ago or something, it was really new. Now, of course, you see already some cracks and everywhere, and some people putting up a banner for the years when Munich won the championship. Guess they will need a lot of space. So my question is this any worse than Berlin? I think so, but not much. So Berlin, I gave 29 from 30. I will give this 28 from 30 because it is a little bit out of the center. Can of course still come with U-Bahn, but okay, a little bit out of the center. And because, yeah, it's not so classy yet, but I think it's very iconic. If it would have been the old Olympic Stadium, which is something you all know, which is here, you know, with this famous roof, very interesting architecture, this would have gotten same what Berlin has gotten. So I think it's fair. I will give Munich a 28 from 30. And this is already very positive, you know. Okay, let's go to the next one. Leipzig. Again, some old town buildings. See, in Leipzig, I also really don't know where this is Dresden. Really don't know where the stadium is. I guess the thing that is on this thing here is maybe this opera. This here, maybe? Show me a picture. Oh no, but pretty cool. It's not this either. Well, it's some building here. The stadium is here. And I have to withdraw some points because of Red Bull Arena. Now also there was Allianz Arena, Signal Iduna. These are all companies that buy these stadiums or finance them and get finance from them, and somehow, and you know, capitalism and football is a big topic. UEFA, Europe Cup is no exception to that. Just, yeah, I don't know, Red Bull. If it was at least something healthy, you know, like bread, black bread arena or something. But okay, how does it look like? Let's go here. Where is it? Oh, it's behind here. Yeah, okay. Pretty slick, pretty modern, just as Red Bull Leipzig wants to be, I guess. Ah, okay. This is a kind of an endless staircase, which is pretty cool. Also that it's kind of in these mountainous, but you know what I mean, in this hilly area. That you can walk all the way around here. Somehow. This is pretty nice. Well, credits to them, yeah. I give it an 8 out of 10. Where is it? It's closest to the city center, yeah. And it's here by the river. Has to be a 9 out of 10. And how many people does it fit? 46,000. Yeah, this will be a 7. So 7, 8, 9. which is 1524. Now this is, well, that Hamburg and Schalke are behind them, like Cologne and Düsseldorf. Yes, okay. But I mean, I don't know. The data is at hand. Like, I can only be a fair judge, and even though I'm not kind of supporting all this Red Bull thing, the stadium looks interesting. The stadium looks nice, not greatest, but you know, it's fine. And it seems to be close to the center, kind of big. I mean, I could withdraw 1 point for the size because it's actually not so big. But still, then it's better than Hamburg and Gelsenkirchen. 23 out of 30. Let's go to the next one. Frankfurt. Frankfurt Old Town, the rebuilt Old Town is here on this little image. I don't know why people made these images. I guess the cities will use them to advertise their stadium, the matches that they have. Frankfurt. Now, this is the Old Town here. This is this newly built, well, not particularly this, but somewhere here, newly built Old Town. Actually looks kind of fine, very expensive project. Check it out, no time now. Stadium is here. It is, this I know, personally, not in a walkable distance from the city center, but okay. How does it look like? For that, I would need to be able to have a look at it, which is not necessarily so easy. Oh yeah, well, it fits 48,000. No, yeah, 6 or 7 points is that. These stone towers are very nice. It's kind of sexy, you know. It's simple, and like, you know, like many other stadiums, like Cologne. It's very simple, kind of concrete beams, concrete and steel and glass, but somehow this looks nicely and carefully designed. And yeah, you can close it. Okay, let's give the design an 8. Where it is, yeah, is 6. I'm sorry. I know it's in this nice park, but okay, it's 6. And size-wise, it should 48,000. Yeah, 7, 6, 7, 8. That's 15. That's 21. Well, I give it a 9 for how it looks. Then it's 22. I think that's fair. 22 from 30. I mean, it looks really great, but I don't know. Against Berlin, I don't think I can. Okay, next one. Stuttgart. Stuttgart TV tower is here on the image. In Stuttgart, I really also don't have any idea where the stadium is, but maybe I will find out. I mean, Stuttgart is anyway like a huge sort of village. Here it is. A village that pretends to be a city. That's what I have to say to you, Stuttgart. But how is your stadium? And where can I see it? Ah, okay, it's here. Mercedes-Benz Arena. Well, this thing there on top is not bad. The colors, alright. It looks nice. However, it doesn't strike me overwhelmingly, but it looks nice. It is not so bad. But I really can't also see it very well. You know what? Some other people probably saw it. Okay, I give it a 7 for how it looks. Then for where it is, it gets a 7 too. And for how big it is, yeah, it gets an 8, 7, 7. 14, 8 is 22. No, 7, 7, 7. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Then it places, yeah, okay, that's fair. 21 from 30. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have done it. We have done it. I have to hurry up a little bit because also these batteries seem to be already empty again and I really don't know what's going on here. But anyway, the video is long enough. Let me just give you my final ranking. So number 1 is Berlin. Number 2 is Munich. I think that is fair. Number 3 is Dortmund. Number 4 is Frankfurt and Hamburg share number 4. So number 4 and 5 basically. So number 6 or 5 then is Gelsenkirchen and Stuttgart. 6 and 7. 8 or number 7 is Cologne and oh no, I'm wrong. Berlin, Munich. Okay, let me put it this one different. This is number 1. Berlin is number 1. Munich is number 2. Number 3 is Dortmund. Then comes Leipzig. Number 4, number 5 share Frankfurt and Hamburg. Number 6 is Stuttgart and Gelsenkirchen. And number 7 is Cologne and Düsseldorf. So, did I forget anyone? No. Can I live with that? Not really. I think Frankfurt and Leipzig should be equal, but Frankfurt Stadium is just... No, it's fine. Let's leave it like this. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I see you next time.